The first robot vacuum came out when the first iPod came out. The iPod is dead, yet we've just barely scratched the surface in home automation. I'm Tanya Hall for ZDNet, and joining me is Philip Roan. He is the Senior Engineer Robotics for BSH Home Appliance Corporation. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
What does BSH do?
Yes, BSH is a home appliance manufacturer, and we are a member of the Bosch family of companies. So when you see that Bosch dishwasher or the Bosch refrigerator, that is us. And we do other products globally that you may not see here in the US.
So tell us about your role as Senior Engineer of Robotics.
So many things are coming in the robotics world, and many of them impact the home. And one of my jobs is to understand those technologies and understand how they're going to affect our appliances. And another one is to develop some of those technologies, in particular robotics. Right now we've identified that vacuum cleaners are working as robots in our homes, but there's potential for a lot more types of products to be had with robotics technology. And one of the things I get to do is try and make product concepts with that technology.
We've seen robot vacuum cleaners in the home for a while. I have a few myself. Why are the only home robots vacuum so far?
That's a great question. The vacuum cleaning task is one that is very easily defined. And you notice that robots start in very structured environments, places where the rules can be defined very tightly. And just now we're moving into areas where there's a little more unstructuredness or a little less is known. What you see with vacuum cleaners, the task is well defined. The floor, it needs to sense the walls and drive over all of the area. If you wanted something to pick up your toys, you first need to identify your toys, and that's a much harder problem.
Well, and they can't climb stairs yet, right? I mean, when will home robots be able to climb stairs?
Right. So there are robots that can climb stairs. They tend not to be good at other things right now. They tend to also not look very good. You can find videos of stair climbing robots online, and they don't look like they'd vacuum under your couch very well. Right now, there's a trade-off between climbing the stairs and vacuuming. That may not always be the case. Some of these new developments in different bio-robotics or legged robots could allow them to climb stairs. We have to see.
You know, one of the big concerns, you actually you have a robot vacuum now that is got video cameras and a lot of other types of sensory technology that includes data. What is happening with that data? I mean, are you keeping that to try to make more intelligent vacuums? Do you sell that data?
So we do not sell that data. We believe we believe in strong data privacy and data protection. We believe the customer's data is their own. As you mentioned, our Rockster vacuum cleaner robot does have a camera, and you can use an app to log in and see that camera. It also comes with a physical shutter on the front of it, so that if you are concerned, you can physically close the shutter and there is no way that the robot can open it. So the app and the ecosystem are all contained in our Home Connect platform, where we've done our best to leverage best practices. And in fact, that ecosystem is regularly audited by a third party in Germany called the TÜV for its safety and security.
That's good to know. We're all a little bit concerned about our data, and I do like my robot vacuum, so I don't want to have to give it up. You have another piece of technology that is still in concept, but is quite interesting. It's a kitchen assistant. Can you talk a little bit about Mikey?
Right. Mikey is our concept for a personal kitchen assistant. The idea here is you've probably seen many other robots showing some emotionalization, some personalization. In general, we call them social robots. they are trying to really interact with you on a human, more human level, not necessarily trying to be a human, but really engage you in that interpersonal way. Mikey is an exploration in this space, but with a focus on the kitchen and cooking. So Mikey is designed around the use case of hands-free cooking. The idea that when you are cooking, you're getting your hands dirty and you don't want to look up the next step in your recipe book or on your device, or you can't because your hands are dirty. Mikey is there with voice interaction, with a projector to show you the step if you need questions. We're really trying to make cooking more exciting, more fun, and engaging. And we're also looking at how the emotionalization of the robot plays into that.
Well, and Mikey's very smart, right? Mikey knows everything that's happening in your kitchen. It's looking at what's in your refrigerator. I interviewed Vince Cerf several years ago, and he talked about this idea of your technology being able to tell you what's in your refrigerator. Well, now you're talking about launching essentially a robot that does just that. It's very Jetson-like, but are we really ready for that type of technology? I mean, Mikey knows everything.
Well, I'm not sure if you are ready or if I am ready, but somebody out there is. So Mikey is part of our Home Connect ecosystem. So Mikey needs the appliances to have the built-in intelligence. And we have a refrigerator with a set of cameras in it. So Mikey builds on top of that to know what's in the fridge. It's not all-knowing. It's not in that regard. It uses what the appliances can sense on their own. And we are, as we said, Mikey is in the concept phase. So we are exploring how people are responding to this assistance and this form factor.
Mikey has to communicate with other appliances in the kitchen. Does that create a problem if they're not all your appliances? Are you working with, I mean, I guess the question would be, how are manufacturers making the communication possible between brands? I mean, do you have to have all of your products, or would you be able to have products by different manufacturers?
Right now, I mean, this is definitely an open discussion point. Right now, Mikey is anything that runs Home Connect, Mikey can communicate with. Home Connect is an open API, and all of the BSH family of appliances use it and are connected. And as we see more appliances come online, this problem will become bigger. But I believe that we will be able to solve it. It may just take a little while.
Well, I want a Jetson kitchen. You're working on a lot of really interesting products, and I think this idea of a connected home is complicated but exciting, and I think what you're doing is really interesting work, Philip. If somebody wants to connect with you, they want to find out more about these products or the connected home, how can they do that?
The best way is probably just to follow me on LinkedIn. I haven't caught up with all of the latest Instagram or Snapchat things. I'm a little old-fashioned in that regard.
No worries. Well, we'll certainly follow you then on LinkedIn. And if you want to follow me and more of my interviews, you can right here on ZDNet or Tech Republic, or find me on Twitter. I love to tweet at Tanya Hall Radio, or find me on Facebook by searching for The Tanya Hall Show. Until next time.